a dream I know, deep up my feelings for you.
Hello viewers, thank you so much for joining us on today's news. The headlines. The Nigeria Vice President Kashim Shettima responded to the comments made by the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, Mr. Peter Obi, over the proposed 15.5 billion naira budgeted by the Federal Capital Territory administrations. But before we comment fully on this news, welcome to Reality Latest Gist, your home of news and politics. Thank you all so much for joining. But if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page yet, please do us a favor to like and also subscribe, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified when next we drop our video. To all our amazing subscribers, thank you all so much for joining. To all our viewers, feel relaxed, enjoy, and stay connected. My people, there was a comment made by a presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023 general election, Mr. Peter Obi, over the proposed 15.5 billion budgeted by the Federal Capital Territory administration to construct a new official residence for the Vice President, Shettima. And the Federal Capital Territory Minister, RI0US, recently revealed that the government planned to use the fund for a befitting residence for the nation's Vice President, which Peter Obi criticized in a series of tweets on his thread handle on Monday, calling it shocking and disheartening. So, reacting to the criticism, Shettima on Tuesday, in a release issued by his media aide, Stanley Wokocha, accused Peter Obi of dancing naked in the public square, trying to curry the attention of those who care to listen to his falsehood and warp opinions about waste. He said for good 24 hours, Peter Obi has been dancing in the public square, trying to curry the attention of those who care to listen his falsehood. Shettima also said that on Sunday, Peter Obi accused the current administration of sponsoring over 1,400 delegates to Dubai for Conference of the Party 28. The next day being Monday, the subject of his newfound passion, Armchair criticized after his collegial loss at the presidential poll was the proposal of 15.5 billion budgeted by the Federal Capital Territory administration to renovate the House of the Vice President, which Peter Obi claimed would pay the annual salary of 3,000 university professors. Shettima said that the proposed plan for the construction of the Vice President official residence, for which budgetary allocation was made in the 2024 budget by the Federal Capital Territory Abuja administration, was awarded by the administration of the former President Goodluck Jonathan, that it was not originated by the present administration. Of which he said Peter Obi knows about it, but he chose to play dumb all in bid to inflame a targeted group of Nigerians and, as usual, score cheap political goals, accolade and praises. The spokesman underscored the administration's commitment to completing long-abandoned public projects nationwide, asserting that this approach stands in stark contrast to Peter Obi's past directive as the governor of an state. Wokocha rebuffed Peter Obi's comparison between the budget for the Vice President residents and university professors' salaries, insisting that despite challenging economic conditions, the administration prioritizes the welfare of educators and educational infrastructure. Lagos State and Abuja are the pressing projects that can directly affect the people. I've always said that expecting anything good to come out from APC is like expecting a good taste from a bad egg. Yes, by standing on his ground, even when they won't admit it, that some of the APC supporters are crying behind social media because how can their mandate be building a 15 billion naira personal house when they never see food shop? Has we no be say that APC supporters secret? Hey, una might go dey. In a bid to defend nonsense, he ended up saying nonsense. Why are they mentioning Jonathan? The issue here is that money would have been used for something better, not if the project has been long-standing or whatever. Why did they choose to prioritize the Vice President's residence over the retrogressive state of the country? Them ask una A, una go talk B. APC no even get any smart person around to defend their nonsense. So unprofessional. We are not against remodeling of the Vice President's residency. All we are saying is it should not be a priority at this time. Fix pressing issues first for the common man. After 5 billion was being budgeted for the Vice President's residence, they added extra 15 billion. Hey, God, who did we offend? They just gave the chief of staff 21 billion for maintenance of his office and official residence. This issue there is no stopping if the masses don't do anything to stop it by force. Because aside force, nothing can ever be achieved. It's a pity that we all are suffering this. And they don't care. The leaders don't care. We are not against remodeling. But let the right thing be done. This country is not for the common man. Make everybody just know now. Just imagine how they are spending such money and later they will say there is no money. They keep borrowing for their own selfish interests. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his Vice President Kashim Shettima and their aides at the presidential villa had to spend the sum of 15.961 billion on international and local travel in 2024. The figure contained in 2024 appropriation bill and the breakdown of the figure showed that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would spend the sum of 7.630 billion on travels, with the bulk of the money to be spent on foreign trips. So if being approved by the federal legislature, he would spend 6.992 billion on foreign trips and 6,038.535 million on travels within the country. The similar thing goes by the Vice President Shettima. He would spend a total of 1.847 billion on international and local travels. So according to the budget proposed, he would spend 1.229 billion on foreign trips and 618,399 million on local trips. Another 6.484 billion was provided for villa headquarters, international and local travels. So they consist of 6.28 billion for international travels, 60.981 million for local travels for training, and 140.640 million for local travels. Just imagine how the money is being allocated. This country, honestly, God will help us. Despite all the budgetary provisions for operational vehicles in 2023 supplementary budgets, recently another 4 billion was allocated to operational vehicles, while another 2 billion was provision for SUVs. So the rehabilitation of animal enclosure in Villa was allocated the sum of 45.359 million Villa Lounge, and construction of the wildlife conservation got 130.06 billion. Just imagine what is happening in this country. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts. Your contributions, your opinions are in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. Once again, thank you all so much for staying tuned with us. We really do appreciate. On this note, we have come to the end of today's segment. Till I come your way next, stay safe guys. Bye.